Happy New Year and welcome back to the Situationship Expert YouTube channel in 2026. Now, if it's your first time here, welcome. Very, very happy to have you. I am your host, India Lynn, also known as the Situationship Expert, first on TikTok, now on YouTube. If it is not your first time here, very, very happy to have you back. I'm going to hop into today's message. And look, we're not even 2 weeks into the new year. Yes, the ball just dropped less than 2 weeks ago, and the internet is swirling over the news of the Scotts separating. Christy and Desmond. Let me just say my heart goes out to both Christy and Desmond. I have been following them on TikTok since I think the first year that I joined TikTok, and then I subscribed to their YouTube channel, and then I also followed them on Instagram. And it's always sad to hear when a couple that you love following and love to watch is separating, but it's even harder when you were deep down rooting for their successes. And I think that's why it's hurting America so much. The difference between Christy and Desmond is they had a very, very public relationship in terms of them constantly posting content together. Christy having some very extravagant pranks on Desmond. And it was just hilarious to see a lot of these pranks play out, and they just seem like the yin and yang that you'd want in terms of couple goals out there. And they just, again, genuinely seemed happy. And I think that's why America is hurting so much. To anybody who follows them, why they're hurting so much right now, because a lot of people put them on a pedestal saying, if I get a relationship, I want it to be like Christy and Desmond's relationship. And I remember I actually thought, yeah, I want something like that. Like, I want to be able to joke around with my husband. I want to be able to just feel like I'm with my best friend. Like, whether we're just at home in sweats or if we're out and about at dinner, or if we just feel like pranking each other, we could just laugh together and never stop enjoying each other's company. So a lot of people felt like, well, if Christy and Desmond can't make it, is love possible for anyone? And I think without even meaning to, their love inspires so many people that love is possible, that real love is possible. And I believe that sometimes in relationships, again, I don't know all the details behind the scenes, so I'm going to end talking about their relationship specifically, but in general, when you see a relationship, a lot of times the dynamic can change or shift because your worldview on how you start is not always your worldview on where you're at 5 years later, 10 years later, after kids, after marriage, after a house, right? And even starting a business together. All this to say, I understand that someone might be the perfect fit for you during a particular season of your life, and other times they are not. Again, I'm not discussing Christy and Desmond's relationship at all, okay? Sometimes your mentality can shift. Sometimes your desires can shift. Sometimes what you thought you wanted is not where you are now. Maybe the things that you claimed you would never do, now all of a sudden you're doing these things. And all of a sudden you're not as compatible with your partner as you thought you would be. Whatever the case may be, whether there's tensions that arise in the marriage, or you just feel like you're not exactly the same person you were when you met, sometimes couples just don't last. And another point, sometimes people just don't belong together, period. There's a relationship expert that I follow, and I agree with him 100% on this. I believe the majority of people who are together have no business being together. A lot of people who are in relationships have no business being in relationships. Okay? I can't tell you how many people I've seen, and they have amazing Instagram photos together. They post incredible content together. But when you see these two behind the scenes, you are watching the camera roll in your mind and you're shocked to see the interactions. And so all of this to say, never envy anyone, because you really don't know what's happening behind the scenes. And my mother said it Other people's parents have said it, everything that glitters is not gold, okay? You might think that you desire a relationship, but it does not mean that everything you're seeing is everything that there is. Why Christy and Desmond are walking away from each other and don't feel that they can work things out. It saddens me, of course, as an outsider looking in, but I trust that whatever is happening, they will still be amazing parents, incredible to their 2 boys, and yeah, figure out the next chapter of their life. I hope that both of them can get to a place where they find peace with their decision, where they can both find love if that's what they both desire again at some point. But I pray right now for healing for the 2 of them, because again, I love them individually, again, as an outsider looking in, and I hope that more of us see couples online that do well and root for them, but always understand that some seasons come to a close and some seasons last longer. I don't see their marriage as a failed marriage. 2 beautiful kids came out of it. They created so much laughter and fun for the rest of us, but at the same time, again, it just saddens me to see this happen. But I want to encourage you that no matter what season of life you're in, if you are somebody who is hoping to be married someday, or now you're feeling like, I don't believe in love anymore, I don't want you to stop believing in love. What I want you to do is subscribe to healthy relationship content and meditate on it. And what I mean by healthy relationship content, it's this: do not subscribe to people who say all men are and insert something negative. Do not subscribe to content where people say all women are and insert something negative. All men and all women are blanket statements. Listen to people who say the majority of men, because yes, there are commonalities with the majority of men or the majority of women, and there is commonality with a lot of women. But if they're coming at it from a negative perspective and they can't ever balance out their content with red flag advice versus green flag advice, I would strongly advise that you don't subscribe to content like that. So be very mindful of who you're meditating on, what you're listening to, and be intentional about listening to people who still believe in love. If they don't believe in love, do not subscribe to that content. I do everything in my power to try and encourage whoever I can to believe in love after love, to believe in opportunities to find somebody that is your person during whatever season of life that you're in. But also, if you're somebody who is not healed, you're still very hurt from what you've experienced, and you're struggling in that department, I would also advise, please don't date just yet. Take some time for you to figure out what it is that you want, what it is that you desire in the season of life that you're in. All right. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Situationship Expert. More content is coming your way, and I appreciate you for joining always. If you liked what you heard, like this video, share this video with a friend, and until next time, take care.